Well, breaking report to share with you guys today regarding the events that transpired in Palestine, Ohio, where we have seen the trail derailment bring on one of the biggest environmental catastrophes that I believe that we've had here in the United States of America. And I don't believe that we have heard the end of the story. Right now, some of the information I have to share with you is a really creepy discovery that was made in a creek over near Palestine, Ohio, as well as Aaron Brockovich coming out and standing for the people there in East Palestine, and the fact that the EPA is allowing these waste hazardous shipments all over the United States of America. But as a quick reminder, check out my sponsor. If you guys have not tried this, C60 Evios, I want to encourage you to do that. This has had a major benefit to my health. It's really helped me get a better immune system. It's really given me a little bit more energy. It's increased my hair growth, my nail and skin looks better. Also, it's also given me a deeper sleep. And the great news is you can get C60 Evios in edible oils. You can get them in face and lip serums, hair renewal, and pet products, because your cats can take it, your dogs can take it as well. So they've got even sets for them, which is awesome. But on top of it all, right now you can get 20% off of their subscription. And as an extra added bonus, use the coupon code LisaH to take advantage of 10% off. But I really want to encourage you guys to check this out because it is really, really done wonders to me personally. So check it out at c60evio.com/Lisa Haven. If you want more information, click the more button or click in the description box below. All right. So let's dive in to this massive environmental disaster and just the latest of what's going on there. I've done quite a few reports on this, but I am really praying for those people and my heart goes out. But let's start first with this latest information that came out about this rather bizarre and eerie discovery made by a young man there in East Palestine. Take a look at where I found it, and this is on Twitter. But let me play the clip of what he discovered here, and I want you to really listen closely to what he says.
Came down from East Palestine, wanted to follow the creek as it made its way down. This is the confluence where that turns into Little Beaver Creek and ultimately flows out into the Ohio River, which is right out there in the background. I did some testing here and I haven't found any of the same rainbow coloration and that popping that we saw further up creek. But what is scary, and I can't say for sure if this is connected or if it's just a coincidence, but it's a very odd coincidence. Right here, 3 dead deer within 50 yards of each other. One here, no gunshot wounds, no clear visible wounds. This one in particular is very odd. The eyes haven't been eaten out. This one hasn't been touched. Most of the time something dies, it's eaten almost immediately, especially the eyes and the soft tissue. Nothing is touching this, and that's a sign when the other animals know not to eat something. There are 2 other ones, one right up here under this bridge and one right over there just past the power lines. Are they?
All right. So there you have it. He makes a couple really important points there. He says, we don't know how long, first of all, that these things have been dead. We don't know. However, if they have been dead for a little bit of time, then something would have been eaten on it already. But the carcass isn't being touched. The second thing that he points out there is there's no more rainbow colored chemicals as it's heading towards the, into the stream to the Ohio River there. However, something bizarre is happening to these animals. Is it just a coincidence? I don't think so. Because, and I'll throw this up real quick as just an added 43,000 animals and fishes have died already. Take a look. This is USA Today. East Palestine train derailment killed more than 43,000 fish and animals, officials say. And now we've got some of the bigger animals dying as well up along the creek and not in the heart of East Palestine. So it really begs the question, is there something in the water? Maybe we don't witness or see those little rainbow colors. And if so, is it flowing into the Ohio River? And I think that's a real possibility, to be quite frank. And a lot of the times our United States government, including those who are personally involved in the disaster, like Norfolk, right? They're not going to be honest with us. They're not going to tell us the truth of what's really going on. And right now we have got the okay from our leading officials that it's okay for people to go back to their homes. Yet the very residents that are going back to their homes homes are complaining of rashes, strange things in their voices, coughs and respiratory issues, and all of that. Take a look at some of these articles here. And here we have the Epic Times. Residents say they've broken out in rashes after the East Palestine train derailment. And here's some of the things. There's a whole group of people who have experienced lots of different things. And I'm just going to give you kind of a brief. They've got nausea and rashes that have been reported. Here is a rash on somebody's, I believe, a rash on his left side, and also a low-grade headache. Other things that have been reported is swelling, runny nose, and watery eyes. Tongues feel like they've been scalded with hot water. And a lot of these things didn't happen until they got back to the area. So they'll go and the symptoms will relieve up a little bit, and they'll go back home and these symptoms will revive. At least those are some of the accounts of what is happening. We even have this account on New York Post. Sounds like Mickey Mouse. East Palestine residents shock illnesses after derailment. And this particular one talks about a guy there who he has a really squeaky voice after having been in the area. But again, they didn't tell us a lot of what on with other things. And a lot of the times the government doesn't tell you what happens till well after the fact. And I believe that this is absolutely one of those situations. The trust in the U.S. government has fallen to an all-time low. By the way, I haven't trusted them for a long time. But the good news is we've got some people standing on their side. As you know, Donald Trump came to the area, visited the people, brought water. And we also have a major activist from the past, if you will, who is raising her head again, and that is Erin Brockovich. Take a look at this article here, cleveland.com. Erin Brockovich to residents of East Palestine. This is not a quick fix. Now, her gain to fame, if you will, she was portrayed in a movie with Julia Roberts, but Julia Roberts was portraying what happened in real life. But basically, Brockovich, who gained fame and was portrayed in a film for battling PG&E over groundwater that contaminated Hinckley, California. So basically, she went there, fought PG&E, and said, you're not being truthful with the people in Hinckley, California. And because these people in Hinckley, California were getting tumors and cancers and all of them in this area. Meanwhile, PG&E lied to them. Well, she exposed this and she won a big battle for the people there in the area. Now she's out there fighting for the people of East Palestine. And here's what she said specifically about what's going on in East Palestine. I'm going to quote her directly. You want to be heard, but you are going to be told it is safe. You are going to be told not to worry, Brockovich said. That's just rubbish because you are going to worry. Communities want to be seen and heard. Health and environmental risk will remain for years, she said. Don't expect somebody to give you the answers. Unfortunately, this is not a quick fix. This is going to be a long game. Brockovich and her associates are among a number of legal teams that have come to the area offering talk to residents about potential litigation over the derailment. Several lawsuits have already been filed. Here's one from the Hill. East Palestine residents file class action lawsuit against Norfolk Southern. Good thing that is happening. So the good news is we're getting some lawsuits out of this. The bad news is the people there in East Palestine, Ohio are being, in my opinion, they're being lied to. Officials are saying it's safe. Meanwhile, these people go back and get rashes and all kinds of things. We've got dead animals in the creek, as you saw from the journalist. And this problem seems to be expanding well outside of East Palestine. And I think we should start looking into the Ohio River. What's in that? How contaminated is it? Meanwhile, the EPA is shipping a lot of this waste from the area all over the United States of America. Now, as long as we've got safe place to put it, I'm fine. And that is there in the question, apnews.com. Contaminated waste shipments from Ohio derailment to resume. The article goes on. Shipments of contaminated waste from the site of a fiery train derailment earlier this month in eastern Ohio near the Pennsylvania state line will resume Monday to two approved sites in Ohio, according to federal environmental authorities. The announcement came today after the EPA ordered Norfolk Southern to pause shipments from the site of the February 3rd derailment in East Palestine to allow additional oversight measures about where waste was shipped. Some of that waste had already been taken to sites in Michigan and Texas. And again, as long as these are secured sites to keep that stuff in, we really, what are we going to do? We can't leave it where it's at. We have to take care of it some way, shape, or form. But not just there. It's also went to other areas like Vickery, Ohio, East Liverpool, Ohio as well, that say they've got it in a contained area. My next question would be, we need to send somebody out there outside of the EPA, because they don't seem to be doing their job, that can verify that this stuff is accurately being contained the way it's supposed to be contained. So anyhow, wanted to give you guys all the information on that. Again, I'm going to ask you to continue to pray for the people out there. I think we all need to do that together. But with that, please get to restrictedrepublic.com. I can't stress this enough. I am giving inside information about what's really going on. You got to get off these controlled platforms. Everything you hear, while it may be free, it is not free. It is controlled, brainwashed information. And this is why I started restrictedrepublic.com. They recently demonetized Steven Crowder as well as Next News Network. I don't know who's next on that list. Could be us. So please get to Restricted Republic. Use the coupon code TRUMP to get it for $5 per month for that entire first year. But so much information is on there that you're absolutely going to want to see. Please support us there, because you don't know how much longer we'll be on here. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.